And unmute. Just, Oasis Systems and Multiverse Design, Alethea Waller, okay, Gideska, how are you today? Today we're going to be playing, Astrologaster. Again. Nobody watched it the first time, but, whatever, I loved it. Continue the game. Yeah, Coinus Post Consultatio. Oh, God. I didn't switch over. God damn it. Okay.
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Foreman.
Nope.
They are much talked about.
Sure.
Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests. Lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters and the like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation.
Lots of
At my
fucking
table,
dickheads
I serve
and
the
William
very
Shakespeare.
latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a portato. So crisp and refreshing.
The
My
fuck
dear
you
husband sent
say?
it home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a
Think
great
so.
friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent nature. Now, let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and unsavoury event. What troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
They have the... These are the best fucking, what's it called? Metaphors, fuck, what are those called? Euphemism. Oh my god, euphemism. These are excellent euphemisms. Evil digestion. Temporary, yeah. Woman got an STD. Seems the most.
I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you serve them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones.
Oh my fucking god.
Them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Oh my fucking god.
Then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
Unintentionally.
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison.
Thank
However,
you.
In future, be sure to cook the potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me. What a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
I know. Fuck all about cooking. Oh my god, you do not serve the green ones. Oh my god, you do not serve the green ones. Oh my god. Yep, move. Okay.
Good evening, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Foreman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays. You can predict futures, can you not?
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Bassanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright, let us call him Mr. S. He is presently writing a play that takes place in northern Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
How interesting. And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noticed that
Amelia
Mr. S,
Lanier.
although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
Let me see. Oh my lord, she is real! She is real! Biography, Grippa. Oh, the Baronist. Baronist. Not the one I'm thinking of. Dark Lady. Yeah, besides the Dark Lady connection, I'm not seeing any Romeo and Juliet. Maybe. No? I don't know where they got that storyline from, but it is interesting. Uh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. A or B. A, or rather A or C, because with child is definitely the wrong one. Let me see here. Amelia Vania. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Okay. Okay, I actually know this. The could barely write his own name thing. It is kind of actually weird. Spelling, as we know it, didn't actually exist back in those days. So yeah, you would spell based on sound and also presumably vibes. Uh, sure.
It would seem Mr. S's confidence is not misplaced, for the stars foretell that if you have faith in your success, you will succeed. And your contribution to the world will reach beyond literature to be of great benefit to society.
So, in order to succeed, I must hold fast to a belief that I will succeed.
Just so, madam.
But what you are asking of me is right illogical, Dr. Foreman. Indeed, 'tis an impossibility. How can I maintain a belief that my success is inevitable when you have just informed me that my success is conditional and contingent? As Aristotle teaches us in
Mistress
his...
Lanier, mayhap I have...
I can reset. I can cheat like a motherfucker. Who's gonna stop me? You? 0 people?
It would seem Mr. S.'s confidence is not misplaced. For
Okay, more I can't.
the stars foretell that if you have faith in your success, you will succeed. And your contribution to the world will be beyond literature to
I
bring
messed
benefit
up.
to society.
So, in order to succeed, I must hold fast to a belief that I will succeed.
I should have followed the conspiracy theory.
But what you are asking of me is right illogical, Dr. Foreman. Indeed, 'tis an impossibility. How
Yes,
can I
well.
maintain a belief that my success is inevitable when you have just informed me that my success is conditional and contingent? As Aristotle teaches us in
Mistress
his...
Lanier, mayhap I have confounded you with the nuances of my astrological reading. All you need know is that the achievement of your goals is very likely. Indeed, 'tis indicated that your collaboration with Mr. S will be a fruitful one. Prithee, madam, look not for bad news among the good.
Aye, mayhap 'tis best I not overthink
Okay.
it, as you say. I thank ye, sir.
Ah,
Good even, Dr. Foreman.
okay. Yeah, it was definitely not the B one, so it was probably supposed to be the C.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, madam.
That's fuck.
What service may I perform for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
It was my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of... As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
See? Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
I see. And what does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix?
He don't
Really,
fuck.
madam,
He don't
need
fuck
to be
like you
more
do.
precise.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress Allen?
Loss of carnal loss of carnal lust, efficiency of blood, enchantment by a witch, blah blah blah. Hmm. Now, that's back to the whole household chores thing. I think this one.
Your husband is suffering from a lack of sanguinity in the brain, which has resulted in a loss of carnal lust. According to my chart, there is little hope of remedy.
Verily, no hope at all.
Nay, I'm afeard not.
Oh, then Mr. Allen is not cannot be a full husband to me. At least not in the full, true sense of being a husband.
Precisely so. And as a physician, it behoves me to observe how unnatural and lamentable it is that a wife be so neglected.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, my darling Avis.
Quite I suppose consult him. Consult you. Yeah. Whoops. Name him a pizza.
What doctors against him do make war? Doctors against him do make war. He makes love without a care. 'Tis true, Avis is not his, my lord. But in love and war is fair. But in love and war is fair.
That is the same.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so. Oh, my sweet Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for? Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars. Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
Yeah. Yeah. B.
It says Avis is one day to be widowed, which will, of course, be very tragical. But after the grieving is done, we will marry. She will be Mistress Foreman. Mistress Avis Foreman.
I mean, he will. Just
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. In sooth, as I recall, it was you who advised me on this investment, was it not?
it was.
I thank ye heartily for it, sir.
I am glad to have been of service, Dean Blogg.
Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
What's our row?
Methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado.
The very same. For it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I am to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blogg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
Oof. Oofy oof. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit racist, but yeah. Yep, yep. Yep. Yeah, no, it's a.
I have ill tidings for you, Dean Blag. Raleigh and his men have been set upon by a tribe of angry New World natives.
Angry natives? But surely the natives would greet us with much rejoicing. For do we not bring with us the gift of civilization?
You bring the
They
gift
not
of
crave
fucking
freedom from their
smallpox.
tyrannical chieftains and cruel pagan gods?
Well, it would seem these particular natives cannot be reasoned with, as they are led by instinct alone, and they will fight to the last man, as it is not in their nature to surrender with honor, as Christian men would.
Truly? But,
Alas, I am afeard that Raleigh shall be forced to abandon his search for El Dorado, and your investment will come to naught.
I must own, sir, that I cannot share your uncharitable view of these savages. They may be heathens, but are they not still God's children?
That's actually nice.
I will now take my leave, that you may engage in quiet reflection upon the spiritual dimensions of this question.
Well, when Raleigh comes back to you empty-handed, give me some more letters of recommendation, please, bitch. Oh god, fucking you. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm pretty sure he's fucking lying about his symptoms in every one of these. But like, even like with real doctors, they can't fucking treat you if you lie about your goddamn symptoms. I hate his fucking ugly face.
Tomorrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, away down my body, and out of my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Blood from the ass? Ooh. Ah, damn it. Oh my god. I think it's both. I think it's fucking both. Because, yeah, that would be the color of his face. That would be the blood from the ass. What is the more severe? I feel like jaundice is the more important thing to deal with right
I
now.
am afeard you have jaundice, Signor. You must be purged of this excess of choler directly. I advise taking a hot bath, into which you must add an ounce of vinegar. Be sure to breathe deeply of the vapors that do arise from it.
How did you... Molto bene. I will take this bath that you advise. But what of the blood that is coming from out of my nethers?
Oh, worry not over that, Signor, for 'tis a most natural and healthsome process.
It's not.
Your body is merely attempting to purge itself of corrupted choleric blood, much the same as does occur in a woman's nethers each month.
It's not.
But a man has what are called hemorrhoids for this purpose.
Are you sure? That is your final answer.
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids.
Is it?
You are welcome to procure a second opinion.
Procure
I
one.
warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
Was.
Woman has a gift for words. If only she had writ his words, they'd probably be much better. Oh, written by Our Lady.
They're sung by a lady. Come on.
Did you see that?
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's behaviour does sound full strange. But let us not think of him, but of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main. For you spoke true when you said my collaboration with Mr. S would be fruitful. 'Tis going exceeding well.
Nice.
Verily, Dr. Foreman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being prowled. Oftentimes in the night I see him following me home. One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window. I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
Okay.
Madam, how have relations betwixt you and Mr. Lanier been of late? Does he exhibit any signs of a cruel or controlling nature? Is he prone to violence?
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman. My husband uses uncouth words, throws my books about, and
Holy
even breaks
fuck.
chairs when he is in a temper. All the more so after he overindulges in strong drink.
I am full sorry to hear it, madam, but it does solve our mystery, for the stars suggest that it is none other than your husband who has been prowling you.
Verily, in truth, it does not surprise me. I will to home go and tell my husband to...
Prithee, madam, for the sake of your safety, act not in haste. If confronted, your husband may do you harm.
Yeah.
There is truth in what you say. Forsooth, if Alfonso would spend his evenings following me about, mayhap I leave him to it. For if he hopes to catch me cuckolding him with another man, he will be exceeding disappointed.
That's horrifying.
Hear ye! Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next rally voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Reports have lately come in that Sir Raleigh's expedition to the New World was finished on the road and a cluster fail. Despite Raleigh's assurances to the Queen that he would return to with gold, legends here soon. Experts predict Her Majesty's reaction to be somewhat testy.
Especially when they're born of wealth. Here comes Emma, so kind-hearted is she.
Good day to you, Mistress Sharp.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. But I am Mistress Delamere now.
Mistress Delamere? But as I recall from my case notes... let me see now. 'Twas 3 years past. Aye, were you not hoping to marry a man named George Middleton?
Oh, yes. I did marry Mr. Middleton. But not long after we were wed, he fell to his death whilst taking the air atop a church belfry, struck down by his abiding love of late Gothic architecture.
There, my dear lady. How distressing your late husband's death must have been for you.
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman, so much so that my friends urged me to marry again, lest I die of grief. But now that I am once more a wife, I would not wish to be widowed anew, and John Delamere, my present husband, is also an older man. Dr. Foreman, you must tell me whether there be any illness he has, whether there be anything I might do to save my dear sweet husband from an early death.
Then let us see what the stars have to say. Is Mr. John Delamere troubled with any condition that may cause him to die?
Cardiac passion. Bewitched. Lindsay. Or cardiac passion. What is Quincy? Fuck is Quincy? It is critical. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, thank you. Thank you. God damn. Fucking Wikipedia and their fucking pictures. Where's the read-only mode? Okay, recover uneventfully, though. Okay. Don't. Goddamn.
Your husband suffers from quinsy, madam.
Oh, you mean to say he has a sore throat?
'Tis a trifle graver than that, madam, but to be sure, quinsy is not fatal. To hasten your Mr. Delamere's recovery, there is a most effective treatment that you may wish to try. A moment, prithee, madam, while I consult my medical handbook. Yes. To treat quinsy, stroke the patient's swollen throat with the hand of a fresh corpse.
I am to find a dead man's hand and use it to stroke my husband's neck.
Aye. I do not usually offer this treatment myself, so I will direct you to a specialist. Jack Stiles, the hangman at Tyburn. Tell Mr. Stiles that Dr. Simon Foreman sent you, and he will give you a fair price for a few minutes with one of the corpses.
I will be sure to. And that is all. My husband has no grave condition that threatens his life.
Nay, madam. Aside from the quinsy, your husband appears to be in very fine health.
By my troth, how wondrous. I thank ye heartily for your reassurance, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
Yeah.
Sibyl's a fine host, of this she will oft boast. She loves to entertain, she loves to entertain. Though hard she does try, her dinners go awry. And in tears and shame.
What happened this time?
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day?
I did lately experience feelings of a most strange and disturbing nature, for which I desire an explanation.
I see. Prithee describe these feelings to me, madam. When did they occur?
Last eve, at a dinner party hosted by my dear friend Mistress Emma Delamere. All was well at first, but soon after my arrival I was stricken with a kind of madness.
Madness, you say?
Yes, moments during which I found myself overcome with feelings of mirth, laughing most immoderately at the dullest of remarks made by other guests. At other times, I felt an unnatural fascination with the shape of the candelabra in the table's centerpiece.
Did she hotbox you?
All the while, I was so ravenous with hunger, I quite
Fucking-
absentmindedly ate all the sweetmeats at my end of the table. I fear my rapaciousness did not escape the notice of guests seated beside me.
Such an immoderate appetite is out of character for you, I take it. It could not have merely been occasioned by anxious passions?
Why, nay, Dr. Foreman. Forsooth, I ought to have been very calm last eve, for I did spend the afternoon inhaling the fumes of an aromatic oil, a gift from my sweet husband, sent back from his explorations in the Near East. I did mention my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue, before, I think.
Good.
He's a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
He gave you
Oh,
pot.
Henry and Sir Walter find the oil most relaxing, so he tells me.
Yet you were not so very relaxed last eve, I take it.
No, not in the least. For I
Okay.
fear a capricious spell was cast upon me. Over the course of the evening, I developed the strongest intuition that malignant forces were present in the room, and that I had been bewitched. Could it be true, Dr. Foreman? Might a witch have cast a spell on me?
That is something we shall have to ask the stars, madam. Let us see. What was it that afflicted Mistress Sybil Fortescue last eve at dinner?
Okay, Fortescue, dump your dumbass fucking husband. My fucking god. How do you get fucking pot in Victorian London? God damn. Oh my god. I need to. God damn it. Do I do a dumb? Yeah, I did not do it, dumb. Henry Fortescue, he is real again. Is he as fucking dumb as, that one? Yeah. Maybe this one's not real, God damn it, though. How do you get fucking pot? Yeah, no, that's not fucking melancholy. You're
Now, madam, the oil your husband sent you. This was the first time you did inhale its fumes, methinks.
Yes, the shipment of gifts from my husband did only lately arrive.
I'm going
Then
to.
I think we have your answer. I have read some interesting tales of such oils and herbs of the Near East. 'Tis said they occasion certain temperaments, to wit, an excessive sanguinity, which will have caused the immoderate laughter and increased appetite. They can also provoke a narrowing of the mind, which would explain your temporary fascination with the candelabra, and I believe the fumes of this oil may also have been responsible for the notion that you have been bewitched.
And the men of the Near East gain pleasure from this oil? They would render themselves foolish on purpose?
Yes.
Aye, indeed. Foreigners have many strange customs and desires that we cannot hope to understand.
How fascinating! I thank you for this explanation, sir. Indeed, 'twill make for a most diverting tale with which to regale guests at my next dinner. God give you good morrow, Dr. Foreman.
You got pot in the fucking Middle East! I don't know how that happened.
Another consultation. Will this one end in bed?
Yes.
Or will Mistress Allen slap him round the head?
Also a possibility.
Ah, good day, Mistress Allen. What brings you this day? Oh, dear lady, you tremble like a leaf on an autumn day.
Aye, for I am most affrighted. But Mr. Allen says he thinks I worry over naught. So I am come to you, for methinks you would. Perchance you may help me.
By my troth, Pray tell me of this evil that have frightened you, madam, and I shall do all in my power to protect you from it.
Yes, evil. Oh, indeed, 'tis the very word for it. I have seen a dark figure prowling outside our house in the night, and once I saw him spying through my window. Who is he? What does he want from me? What am I to do?
I see. And you do not recognize his face or any other particulars? The colour of his hair, for instance?
Oh, nay, for 'tis always so dark. But by his silhouette I can tell he is a bony, scrawny little man.
Is he verily? But your husband thinks 'tis naught to worry over, you say?
Aye, he says the man is doubtless naught but a poor travelling tinker who is merely taking shelter in our garden. 'Twould explain why his figure is so slight, to be sure, but what if he is not a tinker? What if his purpose is more sinister?
Aye, indeed. Then let us consult the stars. Who is the man prowling outside the Allen's house in the night, and what is his purpose?
I have a guess. I have a slight guess. Okay, this is definitely not correct.
The stars suggest the Prowler is a secret foe of your husband. Does Mr. Allen have any gambling debts, perchance?
Hold. Methinks I see it now. Ah, 'tis you! The Prowler, 'tis you!
Me? How now, madam? What an outlandish notion.
So you would deny it? That you have prowled and spied upon me these last months?
Prithee, Avis, you've got it all.
I will not have it. I am not a thing to be owned. I'm not one of your prized possessions.
I prithee, madam, put that down. Put it...
Ah!
Fie, madam. That was a priceless Venetian vase.
Yeah, you overplayed your hand there, bud. You think one last one.
Who is this man who has earned such acclaim? Lately returned from his conquests in Spain. The streets of London resound with his fame. Robert Devereux, that is his name.
Good day, sir. How may I... By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, a hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Prithee, calm yourself, Sirrah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querent.
Of course, as it pleases your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past, are you not?
Oh, indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then perchance you might have some cunning cure for me as well. For since I am returned to England upon having resolved that small matter in Spain, I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Mayhap they are. I know nothing of them. My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation. But I fear vast riches and the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord? I fear I do not grasp your meaning. If you would kindly show me where upon your body you are...
As you see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature of your affliction. But I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see, what disease troubles Robert Lord Devereux, the Earl of Essex?
Ooh. Oh no, yeah, no, I get it. Gonorrhea is an STD, if I do recall correctly. Let me see, because I'm not doing that shit again. Yep, it's an STD.
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an increase in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, 'tis true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be cured?
The most effective method is lead plate therapy. Usually this requires a man to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet. Which is why I invented this.
And that is what? Some sort of wonder job, like the ones old men used to wear?
Precisely so, my lord. 'Tis a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out of lead. I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor. Mayhap I just wear it in my chambers.
Good day, and please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
You fanboy. Well, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy. Arigato, Johnny.